Hello Pisces, and welcome to your May reading. This is Elizabeth and I'm coming to you from Sedona, Arizona. This is going to be your reading through the month of May, and it's good for Pisces Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, Jupiter, and North Node. These are general readings, so they won't resonate for everyone. So please just take what resonates and either think about the rest or leave the rest. Never give up your power to a reading or a reader. You are your own best intuit and your own best psychic, so please use this with discretion. Let's see, if you'd like to follow me on Instagram, I'm at Elizabeth Light Tarot, and I will follow you back if you give me a follow, and we can certainly connect over there. If you'd like to book a personal reading, just send me a message. I would be honored and happy to read for you, and we can do that via Skype or WhatsApp, video chat. If you have an iPhone kind of situation, we can do it over the phone, you know, whatever you're comfortable with. And let's see, what else? This reading, although, you know, we're giving it a time frame of the month of May, because tarot and oracle is more, you know, we're working with the quantum field, it's not so linear, that whenever you do see this message, you know, will be the perfect time for you. So let's get started, my dear Pisces. We're just going to kind of get all the cards laid out, and that way we can see them all, and then we will take it from there. So I'm going to start by pulling the tarot first and then get an array of oracle cards. I'm going to use the Crystal Visions Tarot by Jennifer Galasso, and we're going to do a 6-card spread, but the first card I'll clarify, and so that will be a 7-card spread with 6 key points. And let's see, yeah, and we'll just take it from there, Pisces. So I hope that you're doing really well. You know, I hope that you're holding up well and you're hanging in there, and I actually hope, you know, that this has been a creative time for you amidst all of the chaos. So all of the decks have been cleared and they have been blessed, and as always, I call in the divine with love and light. And I call in the archangels at the 4 corners of the world. I call in the 6 elements: earth, wind, fire, water, spirit, and ether to join us here today. And I call in Archangel Metatron and Archangel Sandalphon to join us as well. Wonderful. Okay, so let's get your cards, my dear Pisces. 5 of Wands wanted to pop out. Okay. Messages for Pisces for May. Message for Pisces for the month of May. Page of Cups wanted to pop out. Pisces. The Fool wanted to pop out. Okay. When we're clarifying is when I may take some jumpers. So if we go back and clarify some of the cards and a card jumps out, then I will probably take a jumper then. But for now, I'm not going to. We'll get there eventually, Pisces. It's feeling a little bit stubborn. Okay, so the first 2 cards are going to be the underlying energy, and we're going to take that from the bottom of the deck. So we have the King of Pentacles as your underlying energy. That's beautiful. And from the bottom of the deck, clarified by the Page of Swords. Interesting. At the heart of the reading, from the top of the deck, is the 4 of Wands. Beautiful. Past or foundational energy is the 5 of Swords. So there's that 5 that wanted to come out. We'll definitely clarify that. In the present, we have Judgment. Okay, wow. At the heart of the reading, in the future, we have the Hierophant. He's been coming out a lot in the May readings, like 3 readings already. And the advice is the Ace of Pentacles. Very interesting, Pisces. So far, I'm not seeing any water energy. So we're going to come back to the tarot and we're going to get you some oracle cards. I'm going to start with the Sedona oracle deck, and that is from Kathleen Gabriel. So I want to get you a message sort of like from the desert, from Sedona, from the vortex energy, and see what wants to come through. I'm feeling like this is definitely about a relationship. Could be romantic. It could be a work relationship. It feels very much like a relationship energy here, Pisces, for sure. With the 4 of Wands coming out at the heart of the reading, the Hierophant coming out, the 5 of Swords, the Judgment card in the present. Okay. Mesquite, tenacious individuality. Wow. Okay. So we'll come back to that as well. And we're going to get you a fractal card by the beautiful Cheryl Lee Harnish. Some fractal art for you because you guys are so artistic and beautiful and kind of dreamy and fantasy-like. Okay. You are dealing with a very harsh energy, Pisces. There's someone in your life that really cut you with their words and their actions. They really tried to cut you down, and you're in the process of forgiving. I'm just going to say that straight away. You're in the process of forgiving this person. Maybe someone younger, an air sign, Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. But that 5 of Swords energy is a foundation. And if you're coming up as the King of Pentacles, Pisces, then this Page of Swords was someone that you were dealing with that sort of like really cut you with their words. Fearless. I love these 2 oracle cards so far, and you can see, like, this is interesting how similar they look in a sense. Tenacious individuality and fearless. That's you. Bottom of the deck, union. Bottom of the deck is union. So this is about a union. I'm just going to kind of place that there. Okay, and then I'm going to do a couple of cards from Wisdom of the Oracle. Wow, this is some pretty heavy energy here. Listen, at the bottom of the deck from the Sedona. This came out for Aquarius. You might be dealing with an Aquarius, Pisces. You might be dealing with an Aquarius because they were really prompted in their reading, if you want to watch it, to listen. This is surrounding your foundation. 4 of Wands at the heart of your reading. Surrounding your foundation, you know, and surrounding this union. I had a feeling that your reading was going to be more of a relationship reading, Pisces. I just was getting that that hit today and that message today that this was going to come out as a relationship reading. The Hierophant in the future, you know, talking about marriage. The Ace of Pentacles as the advice, starting over, but we're going to clarify for sure, just to see, you know, what your relationship is to this person, what they want from you, what you want from them, how you feel about them. We'll just dig a little bit deeper into this relationship. That one wanted to come out. Between worlds, making this big decision. You've got a big decision to make because I think that you're the one that's in the position to forgive. You're the one that's in the position to allow this person back into your life. Observer. So that's good. It seems like you're sort of just taking a time out right now to just kind of observe. Okay, so we've got that one. Let's see, let's get you an angel card. And like I said, we will just get these all laid out for you, and then we'll talk about it. So bear with me if you can, okay? I thank you. These have all been shuffled, so let's just go. This is an Archangel Oracle deck by Doreen Virtue. I don't use her decks very often, but this is such a great deck, so it gives me really good readings. And yeah, so let's see what Archangel is supporting you at this time. What Archangel energy is supporting my dear Pisces during this very pivotal time? Clairsentience, interesting. That's being able to feel things. And I feel like, yes, you are very clairsentient, Pisces. You feel everything. You have all the feels. You're very, very intuitive, psychic even. Archangel Raguel, notice your recurring physical and emotional feelings as they signify divine guidance. So Archangel Raguel, what was at the bottom of the deck? And Raziel, he's been coming out a lot too. So we're going to take both of them, okay? And let's see, I'm going to put these back here. And then I also have a love card, so we're going to do one of those as well. So I think we'll put the angels up here, okay? Put the angel cards right there. All right. So I have the Whispers of Love deck, and that is by Angela Hartfield. So we're gonna get 2 cards here, one for you and one for your person, one for Pisces and one for the person that they are dealing with. And I have additional love decks, so after we talk about all of this, pull some clarifiers for the tarot, we can go back and we can get some more. I have two other oracle decks that are specifically for relationships. And then we can even ask specific questions too. One card for Pisces and one card for the person that they're dealing with. I knew this was going to be a love reading. I could feel it. Act as if your partner is here. Act as if your partner is here. Wow. Okay. And one card for the person that you're dealing with, Pisces. This person definitely does not have the maturity that you have, Pisces. There could be an age difference between you two, but they definitely, because they're coming out as a page and you're coming out as a king, and it's not gender specific. You know, you could be a female embodying this sort of king energy, being more fixed, and they're coming out as a page, you know, so there's like, right now, there's just some kind of a difference in whether it's age or emotional maturity, relationship patterns. Yes, this is your partner. You know, this is the person that you're dealing with. It takes strength to recognize the need for change, relationship patterns. So this is a pattern for them. And at the bottom of the deck is choose love. You always have a choice. Make yours with love. So no matter what you're doing, make that choice out of love, you know, and not anger, which may be hard because this is the foundational energy that you were dealing with, Pisces. This is how you felt. This is such a harsh energy, this Five of Swords. This is like, you know, somebody's just winning, wanting to win at all costs. It's super egoic. It's, you know, it's harsh words. It's really harsh words. They're really, really cutting. And that person just kind of like leaves, like, you know, and it's funny because, you know, with this person, they have wings. It's almost like a fallen angel. You know, I see this as like the fallen angel, and it's not that they're necessarily, you know, an evil person or anything like that. It's just like this card says, it's a relationship pattern. This is their pattern, you know, and maybe you're seeing that. Maybe you're really seeing that. You're coming out as the King of Pentacles, reliable, trustworthy, connected, you know, really in touch with yourself, really in touch with yourself. You know what's important. he knows what he values. He knows the value behind things. You know, this is also someone who has a certain level of success in the physical world, the self-made man, the entrepreneur. This could be a female too. You know, this is the person who has done the work, who has worked really, really hard. And I just love, you know, here it's with his sort of like his antlers and his horns, it's signifying that, you know, he has a connection to the divine. That's what the horns represent, and the antlers. It's that earthly connection to the divine, to the intuition, instinct, you know, higher messages from the higher realms, just really, really being connected. And all of that green is just like so heart chakra. I wore this green for you today, Pisces. It felt sort of, you know, like a seafoam green. And I wore an aquamarine for you too. I was just feeling this heart energy. And actually, I don't know if you can hear the music in the background, but it's the solfeggio frequencies. And the one that I put on was the 639 hertz for the heart chakra. I was feeling heart chakra. I got the hit that there was a relationship that was going to come out. And here it is, you know, totally heart-centered here. A little bit stubborn because you're coming out as the king and not the queen, you know? So it's like maybe you kind of knew that this might happen. The person that you're dealing with, it's a page energy. It was this Page of Swords. Now, on one hand, the Page of Swords is amazing, you know, because the Page of Swords is so inquisitive and loves to have knowledge, you know, loves to learn new things, can be really open-minded, and just like a fresh energy. So like I said, there might be an age difference, or there might just be like a sort of difference in like a gap between your earthly successes, what you've achieved in life. This may be someone who's still very much learning, could be a student, you know, whereas like you're full on in whatever vocation that you're in. But still you came together, you know, because at the heart of the reading is this Four of Wands, union. It didn't have to be a marriage, but that there was, you know, that there was very much a union and a love here. Fire, passion, the wands, it's our passion, it's desire, it's the action that we take out into the world. So like there was a lot of action around this relationship. This could, I'm just gonna put this out there, this could be your child, Pisces. If there is, you know, a son or a daughter that you're sort of like be estranged from right now, or have had some real challenges with, you know, this could be that. It's a relationship. It could even be a work relationship. If you're perhaps like a boss and this is one of, you know, someone that you oversee, even if it's a slightly like a business partnership, and maybe, you know, you were the one, you know, the entrepreneurial person, and maybe this was someone that you brought on as like almost like a creative partner in a sense. So it doesn't have to be a love relationship, an intimate relationship. It could be, you know, it could be a business partnership, someone that you're working with. It could be your best friend, your friend of so many years, a sibling, a child. But I'm feeling love, so we're just gonna, because of this Four of Wands. So at the heart of the reading is this union. The foundational energy, we already spoke about this Five of Swords, like something definitely went down here. You know, this whole pandemic and lockdown has done a lot to people. It's bringing things up in a big, big way. And you, Pisces, you know, perhaps there were things that you didn't want to look at. Neptune coming back into your sign, coming back into Pisces, in its home sign. That's where Neptune belongs. It belongs in Pisces. So it brings, you know, such great inspiration and vision. It's a really creatively powerful time where we feel super intuitive, creative, sort of like really good for meditation, right? It's a great time to learn how to meditate, to get into your meditation, whether your meditation is creating art or actually really meditating, like sitting still and meditating. But the Neptune and Pisces energy can also sort of like make us wear rose-colored glasses, where it can be delusional, where we're kind of like thinking that something is one way, and then we come to find out that wasn't it at all. So maybe that's kind of what happened here. And with this whole lockdown pandemic, you know, a lot's coming up to the surface, a lot. Like we're really reevaluating a lot of things. And then because there's a lot of stress on everybody, you know, something could have really come to a head here. And we're going to get some clarifiers. So that's your past energy. And that could have been, you know, last week or last month or last year. But regardless, there is, you know, in the present, you have judgment coming up here. And what is judgment? You know, it's an awakening first and foremost. This is where we are sort of like resurrected again. We are brought back to life by this, you know, this beautiful angel comes and sounds the trumpet and kind of raises the dead up to ascend. So it's an awakening in that sense. It's also a time for forgiveness. This is where we can, you know, where we find forgiveness and potentially make room for a new start. When there's forgiveness, we automatically have a new start, right? Because we can let go. But this can speak to like a second chance in a relationship. And I'm saying that because the future energy is the Hierophant. And that is a card of marriage. It's so many other things, but it's a card of marriage. So that you could potentially like really be committing again to this person. Maybe you never even ended things, you know? This could have just been a really sort of like unhealthy phase that the relationship was going through. And right now you're both working on forgiveness, but the future is the Hierophant coming out to say like you know, that marriage is possible. And the advice is the Ace of Pentacles, like a totally new start, make a new start. So is it with this person? Is it without this person? Is it with this business partnership or without this business partnership? Pentacles, you know, of all the aces, this is the most solid. The Ace of Pentacles is the most solid. It's not the Ace of Swords, you know, where it's our thoughts, beliefs, ideas, communication. It's not the Ace of Cups where it's like, here's my cup of love, you know, totally new, like emotional start. You know, it's not the Ace of Wands where it's just passion and fire and maybe like going on a new adventure. This is the Ace of Pentacles. This is home. This is hearth and home. This is stability. This is a new, you know, a new home with someone. This is even a new career. It's just, it's solid though. You see how it's like, it's growing roots there. It's already like, it's not really growing roots, but it's, yeah, it kind of is. And it's like entangled into this tree. It's like, I want to say it's bridging two trees. It's bridging two trees. If you look on each side, I feel like this is the bridge between two trees. So there is a very real possibility here. And right now it feels like you sort of have one foot in one land and one foot in the other land. Like this is the past, you know, where it was really stormy and it was kind of dark. And it was painful. And then, you know, and then the future or the advice, which is like all bright and where all the possibilities are, where that ace is. You know, the flamingo here, he has his color, he or she has its color back between worlds, between the old and the new. And it feels like that's really what's going on for you, is that right now, because this is your present energy, this is what you're currently moving through. And even again, with this virus and this whole situation around the world, a lot of people are really looking to make amends right now with people, forgive, let go of old grievances, and really evaluating like what is going on. Like I want to, you know, I want my life to be meaningful. I want my relationships to be good. I want to make amends. And that's why I think that Page of Cups wanted to pop out, you know, because there was someone like apologizing to you. But for right now, you know, this card, so this is a number 3, Holy Trinity, manifesting, Empress, unconditional love, number 3. And then we have the Observer, this little fox with his like handheld sort of telescope here, and he's just looking. So maybe right now you're just sort of like observing this person, like really watching what they do, that kind of actions speak louder than words, taking a step back to just observe. There's a lot of gold. I'm noticing the gold in this, like all the flecks of gold. He's sitting on top of an egg, so it's like just sort of like waiting for the gestation period, you know, for that egg to hatch. You're just kind of like chilling on the egg. Fox, you know, they're very sly. They're very intelligent, you know, they're very, very intelligent creatures. They know when it's time to just go into the den and just stay there. They know when it's time to come out too, but they'll come out quietly. They're so beautiful. We have them in my neighborhood here. I see fox every once in a while. So it is about just observing right now, Pisces. You know, watching somebody's actions, watching what they do. Because remember, this first card that came out, mesquite. So mesquite is a type of tree, right? And it's used as like a seasoning and as a way to flavor and like smoke things. And it has that really distinct taste. Like, you know the taste of mesquite, like you know it, you know, you smell it and you're like, yep, that's mesquite. So this is saying tenacious individuality. And I think we actually will it's a really short description we can read from the book, number 13. This is going to be one of the influence cards, just like an influence, something that's kind of influencing the situation right now. So it says, yeah, nothing is more unmistakable than the scent of mesquite smoke in the night air or the sweet smell of its blossoms. Stubborn and tenacious, the mesquite has long been a symbol of the strength of the desert. The strength of the desert. Always be true to who you are, Pisces. Be tenacious in your individuality. Be stubborn in your individuality. It's so interesting because I was saying, like, you're coming up as a king here. So whether you're male or female, that is a fixed energy. He's like, this is who I am. And look who I am. I'm amazing. You know, I'm reliable. I'm trustworthy. I'm grounded. You know, I work hard. I can provide. You can trust me. I have great intuition. I have a connection with the earth and, you know, and all of the creatures and the animals and the plants and all of that. You know, I'm beautiful. Like, I'm a great catch. That's what I'm hearing. I'm a great catch. So I don't have to compromise that much. It is, like I said, it's more of a stubborn energy. It's more fixed, but it's talking about your tenacious individuality and how rare you are. And this is strength. And, you know, this is a tree energy. And look, you know, you're coming out like your throne is like protected by this tree. Like, your throne is the tree, so to speak. It's got roots. It's got roots. It's that oak tree. You know, I mean, for you to have an Ace of Pentacles as your advice is interesting because it's like you've grown the ace already into the oak tree. So this is just like an additional ace. It's another ace. It's another opportunity to grow something bigger. And it's going to be because it's something that has value. The King of Pentacles is looking at what the value is, not money-wise, not like, you know, what is this poor page worth? It's not about that money-wise. It's about more than that. It's about values, you know, values and morals, integrity, the way that somebody uses their words, because this is really the energy of that Five of Swords is like just super nasty words. They cut so deep, you don't forget them. It can take a long time to heal from a Five of Swords. And so with this Judgment coming out as your present energy, and then this sort of like stuck between worlds, you know, in between worlds, you're not stuck, but, you know, in between worlds and observing, it's like you're taking your time with this. And the King of Pentacles does do that. Pentacles is a slow moving energy. You know, Pentacles, earth and then water, your sign Pisces, the water element and the earth element are slower moving energies. Once we get into fire and air, it's less dense, you know, things happen faster in the fire and the air realms. But in the water and the earth realms, you know, things move slower. They take time. So yeah, I think let's get a few more clarifiers. We'll clarify this Five of Swords, okay? Why is the Five of Swords in the past or foundation? What happens with this Five of Swords? Right now, you really are paying attention to how you feel. That's part of this observing. Like what came out with the clairsentience, Pisces, is you are just observing how you feel. How does this all make you feel when you talk to this person? If you're having communication, when you talk to them, they're going to try to communicate with you as a Page of Swords. They're going to be communicating with you. They're going to be sending you messages, calling you, texting you, reaching out to you on social media, whatever that looks like. And if you live with them, you know, then of course, you know, there's going to be communication. But I just wanted to touch on this clairsentience that's coming in, is that you really are, that's part of your observing, is observing, you know, when you do talk to this person, when you do think about them, how it makes you feel. How does your body feel? Do you tense up, you know? Does it feel good after having a conversation with them or communication with them? If you're not in communication, it can even be like looking at old pictures, reading old messages, just thinking about times that you've had together. How does it make you feel? How does it make you feel? Pisces, you are so intuitive. Clairsentience is that feeling, you know, so it's not clairaudience that came out. It's not claircognizance. It's clairsentience that came out for you. Archangel Raguel, notice your recurring physical and emotional feelings. And that also signifies your divine guidance. Your emotions are your messengers. They're your messengers. Emotion, energy in motion. It's energy in motion, and your emotions are your messengers. So I think you're really paying attention to that right now. Get in touch with how your body feels, how your, you know, what your emotions are telling you. Like I said. Okay, sorry. So, okay, Five of Swords. Why is the Five of Swords a past energy? King of Cups. They really love you. They have a lot of emotion for you, and they just... So now we got another king here. This could be a same-sex couple. If it is, I welcome you. With the Two of Swords at the bottom of the deck. Interesting, because this is Scorpio energy. Could be dealing with a Scorpio. Two water signs. That would be interesting. Pisces and Scorpio together. I could see where there could be, you know, it would be so passionate that there could, you know, and you could really be holding up a mirror to each other. So if you are dealing with another water sign, Pisces, this really could, like, you know, it's just going back to these relationship patterns, you know, the relationships that hold up a mirror, like twin flame energy, soulmate energy, you know, karmic ties, past life kind of things. That this really is this person's pattern. But like I said, you know, they're not a bad person. They're not an evil person. I'm not getting that from them. However, that being said, I don't think that they are fully in touch with their emotional body. I don't think that they've fully stepped into their emotional intelligence. Because remember, they came out, you know, as this Page of Swords, but they do love you. They have deep feelings for you, and they're coming out as a king too, which is suggesting that they are also stubborn, very stubborn. So, you know, who knows, this could have really gone both ways, where both of you were kind of like playing this game, this mind game. These are patterns. The five the Five of Swords is it is the emotional patterns. It is the things that like we've kind of, like a program that we've been running, the defense mechanism, you know, the unhealthy ego here. And it's, like I said, it's very cutting and it's very hurtful when that happens. If you've been on the giving end of it too, you know how you feel after you've put that energy on someone else. So it's not a good feeling, but this person does really love you. They do, coming out as a King of Cups. Again, just a stubbornness with both of you. So, and then the Two of Swords, this could be both of you right now, you know, not knowing what to do. Both of you equally, like not knowing what to do. Let's get one more. Let's get one more. Yes, like I said, strength wanting to come out. This is, you know, this is past life energy right here. This is the number 8, you know, the number, well, it doesn't have an 8 on it, but it's Roman numerals. But you know, the 8, it's that, it's the repeating patterns. The number 8, you know, the lemniscate, and doing the same thing over and over and over again until we master it. So the strength also talks about like taming that ego. It is about taming that ego. Leo energy, could be dealing with a Leo, you know, coming from the heart, taming the beast, realizing that we can be mighty as a lion, but soft as a lamb. So, you know, in order to, you know, in our dealings with people, that part of being strong is being gentle with our delivery, like the opposite of this. So I think this person wants to learn. I really do think that they're learning. They're in the process of learning, you know, really in the process of learning. And I think we will clarify the Judgment card, but it does feel like, you know, like a past life relationship here between you two. And this really could be same sex, 2 women, 2 men, but you're both coming out with this stubborn energy. This, you know, the King of Cups, he's like the healer. He's the healer of the court cards. So this person has brought you a lot of healing, but they've also brought you a lot of pain at the same time. And still waters run deep with him. So he knows what he loves and he knows how he feels, but he doesn't always say it. Still waters run deep with him. Full moon coming in. This could be referring to the Scorpio full moon. So that maybe, you know, that's going to be an important moment in this relationship, is the Scorpio full moon that's coming up. Whereas with you, you know, I feel like even because the Page of Swords came out with you, that you know, you are a communicator. That communication is something that you're a little bit better at than this person. So they're learning, they're trying. This is a pattern for them. 8, the lemniscate, repeating the same thing, doing the same thing over and over again until we master it. Relationship pattern. I wonder how you're feeling through all of this, you know, because you're a Pisces, so you feel so much. Let's just get one card for the 4 of Wands that's sitting at the heart, at the bottom of the deck, underneath the King of Cups was the Lovers. Yeah, this is an important relationship for you, Pisces. This is like soulmate here. This could be your husband or your wife. Like I said, it could be a business partnership, like a, you know, like a best friend that you've had your whole life. If you're a guy watching this, this could be like your best friend from childhood, and you're just like at a crossroads with each other. Females, same thing. A sibling. But it feels like love. 4 of Wands. Why is the 4 of Wands at the heart of the reading? What happened with this 4 of Wands? The Unknown card. This card, you know, Jennifer Galasso, when she created this deck, it's almost like an addition to the major arcana. It's just an additional card. And when the unknown card comes out, it really is just telling us like there are some things that you just can't see. Now, I'm asking for something at the heart of the reading, but it also says like you need to get more information. You really need to dig deeper into this. So I'm going to get another card, but it's interesting that the unknown card would come out at the heart of the reading for the Four of Wands. That's the Four of Wands is obviously it's fire energy. The Four is where like we've gotten to a certain point and we can kind of like relax a little bit and either pause to heal, like the Four of Swords, pause to just kind of like feel our or just get our emotions together in the Four of Cups. But the Four of Wands is about celebrating. It's about celebrating how far we've come with our foundation. All of the things like the four pillars of life, you know, the relationship, the career, the home, and then like our spiritual life. And these four pillars, you know, create like a balanced life. And we can pause and we can celebrate in that energy of kind of like having the four pillars in place. And it's also a card of union and a card of marriage. So was there something like, did you guys get married? Was there a marriage? Was there an engagement? Was there a runaway bride? I mean, that unknown card is coming out, you know, because it's so interesting because these are two cards of marriage. The heart of the reading and the future are two cards of marriage, two cards of union. If you don't believe in marriage, that's fine. You know, we're in a new paradigm. Not everybody has to get married, but they're cards of union, the Hierophant. And the unknown card is coming out. The unknown card. We can't see everything clearly. It's kind of like the moon. It's just asking us to, I don't know, I'm just feeling like this sense of needing to surrender a little bit to the divine, to divine will, and see what happens here. It is asking you, you know, this whole reading is asking you to embrace your strength and here your fearlessness. You see like all of this shadow here and these sort of like darker colors. This is signifying that like, you know, you've kind of like moved through the shadows a little bit, like a dark night of the soul almost, just a shadowy time, a difficult time, a challenging time with all this sort of like, I love this card. It's so beautiful. And that's almost looks like a moon there, you know, that could almost be like indicating the full moon again. But you know that when you come out of this, you feel really fearless. Like you're like, I've been through it all. So now like, I'm not scared of anything. I'm not scared of how I feel anymore. I'm not scared of how someone else makes me feel. It's really interesting. So, okay. So I just want to get back to this unknown card and kind of like, I feel like the heart of the reading and the future are connected. They're connected here. They're sitting right on top of each other, but they're really connected. And then the unknown card is coming out. Let's get another card for that. Mysterious Pisces, you and your mystery. You're a very mysterious sign. I started watching Siren on Hulu. There's like 3 seasons and they're in the middle of the 3rd season. Pisces, if you're like at all into mermaids, and it's not all like, you know, airy fairy woo woo, like it goes deep into mermaid culture, and it's dark and it's also beautiful. And it's really been, I live in the desert, so it's really been helping me sort of like connect into the water, if that makes sense. But yeah, I would recommend that for you. I just wanted to tell you that, Pisces. Siren on Hulu, check it out. Okay, all right, let me get focused here. One card, please, for this unknown card and the Four of Wands. The Four of Cups. Yeah, there's a sense of like I was saying with this fearless card, it's kind of like, I don't want any of these cups right now. you're really working on yourself right now. I know what it's saying. I get it now. You don't know if you want to go into union with this person anymore. You did. You did. Like, maybe you even did get married, and maybe now you just don't know if you want to be anymore, or you're living with this person, or you have a business with this person, and you're in the process of kind of like having an awakening about it, being reborn again, but you're just not sure. You're not sure if this is what you want right now. It's unknown. I call this four, like, remember I was saying the four? So now here's two pauses. Two fours. We're in a 4 year. So 2020 is a year of foundations. It's a 4 year. We've been saying this since last year. We were in for a big surprise about really what that was going to look like. And so now it's just this feeling of, you know, a little depression, I suppose. But for me, you know, it's a card of missed opportunities. Maybe you're looking back at some of the other relationships that you've had and maybe comparing, you know, thinking back to maybe some old relationships. But it's not the 6 of Cups. But it's sort of like just being unimpressed. Like, she doesn't want the cups behind her. This beautiful cup that's right in front of her that has a lotus flower growing out of it, or a water lily. Her eyes are closed. Maybe she's contemplating it. Maybe she's not. She's just sort of unimpressed at this point. I think that, and that's why this unknown card came out. It's like, you're just not sure. You're not sure right now. You know, you as a King of Pentacles are feeling sort of like you can't really commit to this right now. And I say right now because in the future, the Hierophant shows up. Okay, so we'll get some clarifiers for that too. And this is interesting because your Oracle card came out and said, act as if your partner is here. So maybe that's sort of like your way, one of your ways of coping with this. It says, whether you have someone in your life or not, act as if they are with you, so you will always consider them. So that's telling me that even though maybe you're in separation or things are rocky, that you're sort of like, you're still considering them. You don't want to totally write them out, right? And also, you're just kind of like I said, you're still considering them. You're still thinking about them. You're still considering them. But you're not sure which way it's going to go. You know, this, I'm telling you, this energy, this can be like, this can really break a relationship forever. This 5 of Swords. And if this has been a pattern, meaning it didn't just happen once, it happened over and over again. It happened many times. And, you know, and you were just, and then maybe you had to really tap into your strength. Gather up your strength to be like, I've had enough. I've had enough. It's not going to work anymore. Let's get to the present, and we are at 48 minutes. Okay, so the present energy, I'm going to give it a quick shuffle. The present energy is the Judgment. Okay. All right, Pisces, I wonder how this is resonating for some of you. Why is Judgment in the present? Ace of Wands. Okay. Another ace. So there, yeah, I mean, there's a lot of passion between the two of you. That's what I was saying. You know, there's a lot of passion between the two of you. When I saw it was like a King of Cups energy that was coming up, Scorpio energy, and then we've got this Scorpio full moon. Yeah, there's a lot of passion here. There is a lot of passion here, and you're definitely considering, you know, what it would be like to be with this person again. Also, this could, you know, just be you reigniting your own passion, feeling your own creativity coming up again. You know, we just finished Aries season a few weeks ago. You're feeling that spark again. You're feeling, you know, fearless. This does go along with this fearlessness. And I just wanted to say, like, I love these two cards together and the colors together. The soft, soft pink and that deep, deep, deep blue of the night sky. Almost black, but not quite. I mean, this card is so amazing. We will read from the book on this card. You know, and there is a fearlessness about this Ace of Wands when it comes through. It's like, it's so fiery that we really want to take it and run with it. With this Ace of Wands, and with a lot of the Wands cards, we see the dragon energy. So if you're someone who is into fantasy, you know, being a Pisces, and you're interested in dragons, you know, doing some dragon meditations, calling in your guardian dragon, I want to say your spirit dragon, feel their fire, ask them to, you know, to bring their fire in, imagine them coming in with the breath of fire and allow them to burn away the lower energies from you. A lot of that Five of Swords energy, I feel it in your heart. It really cut up your heart chakra. The breath of the dragon, the fire of the dragon, it won't harm you, but it will help you to transmute these lower energies, this hurt. And then even how the energy gets trapped in the mind too, like how it gets replayed and replayed and replayed over and over again. Dragon energy is so powerful. So if that's something that is resonating for you, Diana Cooper, she's an amazing woman who's done a lot of like dragon meditations and things like that. I'm sure it's something that you could just Google, get a good dragon meditation. If you're an avid meditator, which you might be because you're a Pisces, then this might be something that just comes easily to you. You just kind of like feel into it and boom, you've got dragons surrounding you, like, you know, and you're co-creating with them. It's energy work. So, all right. So there is like a new passion, you know. I think I'm going to get one more card to clarify Judgment. One more card for the present energy of the Judgment. Page of Wands. Okay, it's just telling me the same thing. Like, you're ready for a new start. And that's what this is. It's a second chance. It is a second chance. It's coming up fire energy. All of the signs so far, I've done Capricorn, Aquarius, and now you, Pisces. The present energy, the current energy was a lot of fire. So there is like some kind of fire igniting in everybody. And this could be from self-isolating, you know, everything being closed and everyone's just like feeling a fire in their belly right now. Like they really want, it's almost like Aries season didn't really happen and we're trying to like recreate Aries season or something. It's really interesting. So yeah, you know, this could be your person too, coming to you as the Page of Wands. You know, this is sexual energy here. I'm not gonna lie. This is a very sexual energy coming out, Pisces, but it's also creative. And like I was saying, the fire transmutes. It can transform, you know, some of the lesser energies. So perhaps the fire is coming in to help you both like transmute the past, the energy of the past, or you're using it, you know, to do that, because there's definitely like an opportunity for a whole new start. For a whole new start, starting from scratch, you know, starting over again. And I think that you're just sort of contemplating that right now because, you know, because this observer came out, between worlds, you know, between worlds, being a little stubborn in your strength coming out twice, the Strength card and in this card. So, all right, let's clarify the Hierophant. So let's just talk about the Hierophant real quick. So the Hierophant is number 5 in the major arcana. So another 5, you know, it definitely signals, you know, some kind of change. He's the high priest. So he holds all of the spiritual knowledge in the physical. The high priestess, she, you know, she has the spiritual knowledge from the etheric, from the ether, from the universe. He has the spiritual knowledge in the physical, you know, and you can see all of the different religions from around the world and through various times. And he's sort of, you know, he's planted in that. So for that reason, he represents religion. He represents traditional structures, again, like marriage and church and things like that. It's a male energy, so it's connected into the patriarchy. And also it's also speaking to like the prescribed path. So maybe this is someone, because it's talking about relationship patterns, again, that this has happened perhaps many times with the two of you, perhaps. This could be someone that has been in your life for a long time. Maybe you've been married for a long time. But the prescribed path, like what was expected of us. Expected of us in our vocation, expected of us from our culture, expected of us from our family. What we feel like, I have to walk down this path and I can't break out of it, you know? So let's get some clarifiers for that, because it can also signify marriage, and it can be a lovely card. It can be a card of, you know, of you gaining spiritual knowledge, like coming from this judgment of this awakening. You know, I see this as a positive thing, awakening to a higher knowledge, higher spiritual knowledge. You know, maybe you're someone who is going to be a spiritual teacher because you're a Pisces. You know, you really could be interested in all of those things, and all things spiritual, esoteric, the healing arts. And maybe you're going to go out and like kind of like be a leader, a spiritual leader within your community, you know, that kind of thing. And then you've got this King of Cups, who is like that healing energy, the healer. Maybe you're more into like the earth magic, the herbs, and, you know, and natural healing and things like that, you know, plant medicine and things like that. And that person is more of like the energy healer. It could be like a fabulous combination between the two of you, seriously. So, okay, 8 of Swords at the bottom of the deck. Yeah, just like feeling totally stuck, feeling like you can't, like trapped between two worlds, trapped between the old and like the future that you want to walk into. Okay, the Hierophant, the Hierophant, the Hierophant. I feel a lot of love between the two of you, though. I really feel the love, you know? I feel a lot of love here. 2 aces coming out. A lot of potential. And I feel like you'll be okay either way. But even with this fractal card, like Fearless and then Union was at the bottom of the deck. Another card of union. Okay, why is the Hierophant in the present? In the future, sorry. Why is the Hierophant in the future? Okay, 6 of Swords coming out. Yeah, it's like, and then the King of Wands, another king. Some serious masculine energy coming out. 6 of Wands. So it is about like sort of like moving forward to like less troubled times, to calmer waters, so to speak, calmer waters. It's interesting because now there's a progression. So this is really good, actually. We've progressed from the 5 of Swords to the 6 of Swords. So in the 6 of Swords, this person is leaving all of this behind. All of these self-sabotaging, unhealthy, egoic patterns this person is leaving behind. You know, maybe they're having an awakening. Maybe this person is having a huge, huge judgment happening for them as well. And in the 6, you know, she's basically saying like, okay, this is the thing that's been holding me back. This is that pattern. This is that defense mechanism. This is where I go to when I'm feeling defensive. This is where I go to where I'm feeling vulnerable or attacked, and I lash out in this way. I do this thing. And the person is saying now, okay, I'm ready to leave that behind, and I'm really leaving it behind. And the way of thinking, you know, I'm replacing that with healthier patterns. Again, you know, this King of Cups, that this person themselves has been doing some healing. That this person has really been doing the work on their own healing. Strength, calming the ego, you know, taming the ego, you know, giving that inner beast, that ego, love. Because the King of Cups, it's love. It's from the heart space, giving it love, giving the shadow love, giving the shadow love. Look at all that beautiful pink, and then see the green? It's like giving the shadow love. And so there is a progression. There is a progression. Or for you, you're saying there will not be union until I see this progression. And I'm observing. And I'm observing, and I am being like tenaciously stubborn about it. I'm staying in my power, standing in my strength, you know, but still, hopefully you're still being in a loving space about it, being the bigger person. I don't see an Ace of Cups here. I don't see a Page of Cups here, and that's interesting. I see the Ace of Wands and the Page of Wands about the passion and the action. So the passion and the action, and then the advice is the Ace of Pentacles, but I'm not seeing someone come in with giving their cup to you necessarily. And maybe that's just a part of how the two of you sort of operate, you know? It's no judgment. I'm just, you know, I'm just here to like show you the energies that are presenting themselves. And again, at the bottom of the deck was the King of Wands. So yeah, this is about a lot of passion. There is a lot of passion in this relationship. Okay, why is the advice the Ace of Pentacles? Why is the advice the Ace of Pentacles? Ace of Pentacles is coming out underneath the Five of Swords and underneath the King of Cups, the other person. Another ace, Ace of Swords. 3 aces, Pisces, 3 aces. And at the bottom of the deck is the 2 of Cups. Here's that, I was looking for that Cups energy. Where's the Cups energy? Okay. So the advice is that if you are going to come into union with this person or continue your union, if you're already married or already in a partnership, a business partnership, a love relationship, even reconciling with a family member or a best friend or your child, whatever that looks like, that it has to be solid. They have to come to you right. They have to come to you solid. And with total integrity, truth. So perhaps there was some dishonesty. The 5 of Swords, you know, this can be dishonesty. It's not just the 7 of Swords that can include the lies or the cheating or betrayal. The 5 can too. It can be a lot of dishonesty because the ego lies. The ego is a big fat liar, right? So for both of you, it has to be solid. It has to be rooted in the physical. Like, again, like observing the actions, and it has to be solid. It has to be rooted in the physical, and it has to come from a place of integrity and truth. Integrity and truth. This is like Excalibur, you know? Look at that. Sword of truth. It's got to be tangible and it's got to be true. That's the advice. And your angels are asking you to really pay attention to how it makes you feel. Your Pisces, how it makes you feel. Wow, Pisces, wow. Bottom of the deck from the advice was the Two of Cups. I love talking about the Two of Cups. This is one of my favorite cards. Here's that full moon again. I feel like something's gonna go down on this full moon with you guys. We'll see. Let me know. Send me a message. You know, the Two of Cups is another card of union. It's another card of union. Twin flame, soulmate, best friends, siblings, whatever you want to call it. And you each have a cup. And in each of your cup is the same vibration, the same frequency, the same truth, the same action, the same heart space, you know, the same vibration. So, like the aces, dear Pisces, someone can come to you with that cup. You can come to someone else with that cup. Someone can come to you with these aces. You can come to someone else with these aces. They can be handed to you by the universe, by God, by the angels. But it is up to the parties involved. It's up to the parties involved, the people, to determine what comes from it, what grows or what doesn't grow. It's the action that we take. It's you know, it's real life. So the advice is, you know, check the vibration, really check the vibration, make sure it's tangible, verify. If this is someone who has lied to you, verify what they're saying, make sure it's true. Page of Cups, she likes to get, or Page of Swords, she likes to get more information. You know, if you're coming out as this King of Pentacles, which I really feel like you are, very grounded, taking your time with things, get more information. Get more information. She can be the spy, you know, it doesn't mean you should spy on this person or, I mean, whatever, you know. This could be you talking to your spirit guides, talking to your guides, you know, really connecting in, listening for the messages, you know, from your highest self. Get more information, verify if you have to verify, but really make sure it's all there. Take your time with this. Take your time with this, Pisces. Take your time with this whole situation. You are unique and you have been the strength in the relationship. I really feel that you've been the strength in this relationship. And then also, oh, and that's a number 13. That's a sacred number too, isn't it? The Divine Feminine. Sacred, sacred number. Okay, and then just going back to Archangel Raziel. He is the keeper of the divine mysteries, Archangel Raziel. And that's why you see like all of this violet flame energy and the, you know, crown chakra, third eye chakra with the sacred geometry. And then we sort of have like the dove of peace up there. And he does, like, he's the archangel that holds the divine mysteries. So you can call on, if you work with archangels, if you work with angelic energy, you can call in Archangel Raziel and ask him or her to come in, you know, to your meditation time, to your dream time. And this angel will bring you symbols, esoteric information and symbols. Because like I was saying, if you are sort of like going through this judgment where you're having an awakening, it doesn't mean it's your first awakening or even your second awakening. You know, we are like the proverbial onion where there are layers to it and layers to it and layers to it. That's the human experience. That's the experience of the soul. Always growing, always expanding, always learning. So if you are having, whether it's your second, third, fourth, 50th spiritual awakening, just coming into deeper states of consciousness, higher and higher and higher, Raziel can come in, you know, and sort of like give you downloads of information. He can work with your higher selves, you know, your guardian angel. And with the violet flame energy, you know, that's kind of like the Saint Germain energy too, to come in and sort of like burn away some of the karma. If this is, you know, all relationships are karmic to one degree or another, you know, it's like we've been doing this for so long that to some degree, all of our relationships are karmic, and it's not a bad word. Like, we need to get over that, because the karma is here to help us grow. And there's, you know, ones that are really, really, really tough. And I feel like this one has been very challenging at times, very challenging. Where was I going with this? Soulmates, karmics. Yeah, just like, you know, using, like I was saying, this dragon energy, the violet flame, esoteric symbols, the Merkaba. You know, the Merkaba is a healing tool. It is a healing tool in a similar way that the seed of life and the flower of life is a great tool for manifesting. And then the Merkaba being like a healing tool. You know, there are Merkaba meditations that you can use. Steve Nobel has a great channel, and he has some meditations with Merkabas that you can use it as like an energetic healing tool to come in and like kind of like clear your chakras. You can work with all of the archangels to do that. So it's not like it's Raziel or it's Shamuel or it's Metatron, or it's all of them. It's any of them. It's whatever works for you. You know, you are coming into, you know, I really feel like you are having another awakening, Pisces, a deeper awakening. Like, you're coming more deeply into who you really are. This relationship has served, you know, as a catalyst for that, as they all do. I wanted to read about this fearless energy. I can't stop looking at it. Okay. So this is Return of Spirit, in case you're interested in this. Such a great deck. And that's by Cheryl Lee Harnish. She is a Canadian oracle reader and fractal artist, and she has 3 oracle decks. So, fear. It's natural, normal, and healthy. It is a part of the human survival mechanism. But sometimes fear can take over us in an unhealthy way and stop us dead in our tracks. Dear soul, you have received this card today because the energetic imprint of fear is blocking your necessary progress forward in your life. The fact that you are experiencing fear right now is a sign that you are about to take a very important step forward on your path. It can also indicate that your path is being blocked from the negative, fearful energy you're holding. That's why I was feeling like a clearing. The dragon energy, the violet flame. Okay. This card brings the soft, loving energy of spirit to give you the emotional support you need. It is strengthening your heart center to help you overcome the limiting, fear-based thoughts which are holding you back. Too much of your time has been spent thinking about the things you need to feel or you need to do in your life. It's now time to begin taking action, one baby step at a time. Where there is fear, there is often a lack of faith. It's time to put your trust in the hands of spirit. There is a reason you're feeling called to take action. Yeah, you're feeling like you're being called to take action. This is your present energy. You're feeling, like I said, you're feeling that fire reigniting presently. Wow. Okay. There's a reason why, there's a reason you're feeling called to take action. And there's also a reason why you are experiencing the blockage of fear as well. Quite often, the one thing we fear to do is the very thing which will lead us to our own empowerment. Fear is the factor which we must all overcome in order to step into our power. Breathe as you relax your body and release your mind. All those swords. Begin taking the necessary steps forward despite your fear. Remember, fear is a feeling, not a reality. It's a feeling, not a reality. You cannot remain small any longer. Your heart is calling you onward. Be brave, be fearless, just go for it. Wow, just go for it. I love that. That's amazing. So, okay, what can we do now? I wonder if this is resonating for you, Pisces. We've gone to an hour and 15 minutes from probably losing most of you. How about this? I have an idea. Let's get you one more card, maybe two. Let's do a crystal card. I have these amazing, amazing, amazing crystal. They're the Crystal Ally cards, Evolutionary Edition. It's by a local Sedona author. There's 88 of them and they're so amazing. So let's just get you like a crystal energy that you can work with, you know, for whenever you're seeing this, just a nice crystal energy for you to work with, a suggestion. Like I say, take what resonates and leave the rest. Okay, fire, more fire. Oh, I love that. You know, I don't have either of these crystals. I don't have either of them. One fire, one water. One fire, one water. Integration. Agerine. Interesting. To me, this looks almost like a black tourmaline that he's holding. It looks very protective. It's coming out under the element of fire. She, the author uses, what's it called? She breaks, you know, the crystals into categories by element. So there's earth, air, fire, water, and I believe storm. So I am really curious about this. I know that this card has come out before, but I don't remember it. So, fire element in this deck is about embracing your power. And it's funny because, like I said, this present energy is fire energy. And at the heart of the reading is the Four of Wands. So the heart of the reading, the Four of Wands, present energy, Page of Wands, Ace of Wands. And then this crystal that's coming out is a fire crystal. So the fire, you know, it's that solar plexus. It's the solar plexus. Like I said, it's almost like maybe we didn't have a legitimate Aries season and everyone's kind of like, I'm ready for, you know, I'm ready for some fire. It's all chakras and it is about integrating your experiences so that you may find wisdom. And that could be, you know, this observing energy, this sort of just like acting like your partner is here, even though maybe the partner isn't there. You're kind of acting as if they're there. Maybe you're like sort of going over this in your mind, like doing energy work, even in the spiritual, you know, some of these higher level relationships where you've had past lives together, you know, you're in some kind of like a soul contract with each other. You're actually like doing a lot of the work in the spiritual realm. In the spiritual realm, that's what I was saying, even while you're sleeping. So this is about integrating the experiences so that you can find the wisdom. And maybe that is a part of this judgment. It's like, you're not ready to move forward right away. You need some time to sit and integrate the energies, right? You don't want to, that's why I kept feeling like you didn't want to go so fast. Let's see. So this is kind of talking about, you know, how everything is so sped up in our society, you know, how there's so much information, everything's available to us so quickly. And with this pandemic, that's kind of slowed down a little bit, but it's like we're bombarded with new information all the time, the next best thing. Every day it's something new. You know, I'm just sitting here telling you about 5 different things that you could look up on YouTube and like, oh, check out this meditation, check out that, even this reading, you know? So when do we take the time just to stop, to pause, to not receive any new information? Maybe you don't need any downloads. Maybe you just need to sit and chill and integrate what you already have in front of you. And that's what this card is about. I do remember this. It's kind of like eating a huge meal and becoming over full, and you can't look at another bite of food without feeling like queasy. So when you become overloaded with unintegrated energy and experience, you want nothing more than to disengage from any more stimulation and retreat so that you can process what you have acquired. It's more than just a rest from taking new information. It's how we turn the information into knowledge and wisdom and extract the wisdom. Information on its own is just data, right? Just data. The first part of the integration process is sorting through this data to see what applies to you and what's junk that can be deleted to free up space in your head and in your energy fields. This can be done by simply taking the time to think about things. Yes, just to think about things, just to really think about everything. It doesn't just have to be about this relationship. Let your mind wander, daydream, contemplate. This is how your brain sorts information and categorizes it. Wow, the second step in integration is to turn information into real knowledge through application, like being able to apply it, you know? In other words, does the information apply to anything in your life? Can you use it? Is it something you need to know, or is it just head candy? Trivial, right? So it goes on and on. It's time to stop, drop, and integrate. I love that. Stop, drop, and integrate. You've been taking in a lot of energies, experiences, and information that you need to integrate if you are going to gain clarity of body, mind, and spirit. Yeah, and until you've sorted out your recent experiences and cleared the information and energy that are not applicable or useful to you, like, you'll be unable to gain wisdom and move forward. So this is talking about, just as an advice, like creating your own sort of mini retreat where you disengage from as many sources as you can, turn off the internet and cell phone, get quiet, and now is a good time to do that. Or maybe you have done this. Maybe this has been part of the judgment for you during this pandemic that you were able to do that. Go Pisces, if that's what you did. I would love to know if anybody watches this till the end. Yeah, don't read another book, take another course or workshop, or listen to another podcast or tarot reader until you have taken some time to sort through what you've already consumed. This could be 24 hours, you know? This could be 24 hours of doing that. It doesn't have to be this whole big thing, but maybe it needs to be. So it's just encouraging you to unplug and process. Unplug and process. Work with your own energy fields. Work with your own energy, your own information, you know. And I feel like this stone, agerine, now I want some. It just reminds me almost of like selenite, but black. How cool is that? Like it's like a magic wand, you know. It is a sodium iron silicate that manifests as dark green to black, blade-like crystals. Wow, let's go get some. It's an ally of integrating both energy and information, and assists you in overcoming overwhelm and developing wisdom. Amazing. What an amazing stone. What an amazing stone. And we won't really like talk about it, but the card that was on the bottom of the deck, mothering yourself a little bit, parenting yourself a little bit, getting into your own element, Pisces. I love these soft colors. Like I'm just so in love with these soft colors that came in for you. Just a beautiful softening. And look at how beautiful that shadow is. Like, can we take a moment to see how beautiful that shadow energy is? It's beautiful. It's a part of us, right? And that's maybe what this union is. The light and the shadow within you. A unification of that. Seeing where this relationship was a mirror for you. Where you both needed healing. You know, where you both needed healing. All right, Pisces, do we need anything else? I mean, the message of agerine is like stop, drop, and integrate. So I feel like I need to, you know, take the lesson from this amazing, oh, he's upside down now. From this amazing man. I just need to take the information from him either way, I'll see you guys next month. I'll make you another video for June. And if I can get out like elemental readings, like maybe I'll just do like a message from water in the middle of the month. That way we can kind of have a check-in. Yeah, I feel like that's a good place to end, Pisces. I hope that this resonated. If you like if you liked this, you know, if it felt good for you, please feel free to subscribe, share amongst your friends, send me a message, connect with me, you know, anything. I would really, really love to hear from you. And yeah, Pisces, I wish you just a wonderful month of May, good health, good fortune, healing, and just, you know, just allowing whatever is coming, just to allow it. And I love you so much, Pisces. Take care. Thank you for watching. Have a great day. Thanks. Bye-bye.